It's been just over a week since the Malaysian Airlines MH17 was shot out of the sky over eastern Ukraine. Nearly 300 lives lost. Governments around the world were quick to blame and demand an end to the crisis in Ukraine. How best to do this led to cracks within the EU and accusations of self-interest and hypocrisy. But is Europe, under pressure from the US, making progress? A leaked report out of Brussels reveals it may target state-owned Russian banks vital to financing Moscow's faltering economy. More individuals will reportedly be added to the asset freeze list. Wider sanctions could also be announced next week. In the meantime, the IMF has cut its growth forecast by over 1%. Mike Ingram from BGC Partners.
Russia had to cancel a bond auction earlier on this week because they basically couldn't find any investors at a price which they thought was reasonable. So markets are inflicting real pain on markets and on the Russian real economy. And, look at that IMF forecast, 0.2% growth from Russia they're forecasting this year. It's a fair bet, when the numbers finally come in for 2014, they're going to be in recession.
After months of hesitation over the impact sanctions might have on Europe, EU states, including Germany, Moscow's biggest trading partner, are pushing for quick action. They believe Russia has failed to meet demands to end violence in Ukraine. As for Europe itself, Standard Chartered's Sarah Hewen says it's relatively insulated.
They've really avoided so far taking that step towards phase 3 sanctions, those measures which would affect whole sectors, for example, defence, energy, finance. But as long as we don't see those sorts of sanctions being imposed, then the view seems to be that the impact is going to be constrained just to Russia.
It's not just Russia feeling the strain. Ukrainian politics has again been thrown into turmoil after the Prime Minister said he would quit. But confusion reigned after Parliament announced it's yet to receive Arseny Yatsenyuk's resignation letter. And fighting still rages on in eastern Ukraine. 14 people reportedly killed in the past 24 hours in the rebel stronghold of Donetsk.